You know, any hadith thing, let's say that it's hadith yomi. Imagine its temporality began today. Its huduth happened today. Like a baby was born today. It wasn't born the day before, and it's not even born tomorrow. Therefore, it's hadith yomi. Meaning, why do we refer to this hadith as with the linkage of yomi, with the qaid of yomi? Because it has khususiyah. Okay? It has khususiyah. It is specified with that day. So, I'll give you an example. If we are to take time in a linear fashion, and we were to see a hadith yomi on that linear line, on that timeline, that hadith would be underneath today. Meaning, it is khas with today, as opposed to yesterday or as opposed to tomorrow. Now look, it is zahir. It is absolutely clear that when you are doing da'wah and you are claiming khususiyah, specification, then for khususiyah and ikhtisas, there must be a mukhaṣṣiṣ, a specifier. You will have to bring a specifier. Okay? Because look, a hadith thing, its huduth, the nisbah of its huduth, the attribution and the relation of its huduth and its temporality is equal with every single juz of zaman, of time. A hadith thing could have become hadith and its huduth could have occurred in any juz of zaman. And it's equal between all of them. It's musawi between every juz. Okay? It's mumkin that it can be in any juz from ajza of zaman. But if you do that one, you claim that there is ikhtisas with this one waqt, or this one time, or this one juz from the ajza of zaman, meaning hudus of this hadith, temporality of this hadith did not exist a moment, a juz before and a juz after. Okay? Then for this ikhtisas, you must bring forth a Dalīl al-Mukhaṣṣiṣ, evidence of a mukhaṣṣiṣ. Okay? So now this matter is clear. That a hadith thing, as we've mentioned over here, if I go back up again, every hadith is not free of a cause or a sabab that brings it into existence. Okay? Because look, every hadith needs a sabab. It needs a mukhaṣṣiṣ, a specifier. Every hadith thing that exists in the kharij, extramentally, it has existence. Okay? Its huduth and temporality, its ihdath and coming into existence was specific in time. It wasn't equal in every juz. Before it was, but now it's been specified in a certain time. Now, therefore, because it's specific in a time, there needs to be a mukhaṣṣiṣ, there needs to be a sabab. Okay? So therefore, every hadith is not free of a cause, is not free of a mukhaṣṣiṣ, who does ikhtisas of it with of its existence with a zaman min azmina. Okay? With a juz min zaman, from time itself. Okay? So the ulama bring this as a tanbīh underneath this second premises. Not as a dalil, but as a tanbīh, as a clarification that this is a tanbīh for muqaddimah thaniya. Like, remember, okay, just to clarify this further, remember, any mumkin thing, anything that is contingent, okay, which is essentially hadith, right? It can be ma'doom or it can be mawjood. It can be non-existent and it can be existent. Because the very definition of imkan is ma yutasawwaru fi zihni wujuduhu wa adamuhu. That thing whose existence and non-existence can both be conceptualized in the mind. Okay? So at the level of imkan, fi darajatil imkan, in the level of imkan, okay, there is no tarjih of one side over the other, of one janib over the other, of one taraf over the other. A mumkin is equal between adam and wujud. Now, if you are going to speak about wujud of this mumkin, of this contingent thing, then you will need a murajjih. You will need a preferer. If you're going to do tarjih and prefer one taraf over the other, you need a murajjih. Okay? You need a preferer. For example, if you are going to do tarjih of wujud over adam, there must be a murajjih of wujud over adam. If you are going to prefer existence over non-existence, there must be a preferer of existence over non-existence. Similarly, if you are a claimant of adam, then also there needs to be a murajjih and a preferer that will give tarjih and preference to adam over wujud. So now tarjih of any one taraf, any one janib, any one side will need a murajjih. So therefore, to conclude here, you need a mukhaṣṣiṣ and you need a murajjih. So therefore, the point is clear that any hadith will need a sabab, needs a mukhaṣṣiṣ, needs a murajjih, and this is badīhi, yet it is khafi. So we presented this as a tanbīh.